I think it was a collaborative effort. We'd been wanting to do a piece together for a long time, and we were both involved in the BLM group in town, and we just decided this was the way we could make a contribution.
What better way than to paint a mural where kids can get involved and actually have the time and space to talk about something like Black Lives Matter.
Putting it on a large-scale mural like this, you get the message, and you don't have to have a degree to understand it. It makes it way more accessible.
This movement especially really got me motivated and got me wanting to be a voice and be an ally for those who are being targeted.
We're living in a privileged system that, prefers us, and that makes it easier for us. Durango lives in a bubble where we don't realize that a lot because most people are white here. These systems that were put in place by our racist ancestors are still very much present. If you haven't heard stories of people of color being affected by racism, that means you're not an ally, because people of color don't trust you enough to tell you the real experiences they're having.
I was asked if I was an immigrant, like straight asked if I was an immigrant in my workspace. I was put back because I had never really experienced something like that. I was uncomfortable and I no longer really wanted to be serving that table. And I went to my employer at the time. He kind of was just like, well, are you an immigrant? And I was just put back, and I didn't last at that job for more than a month. This just wasn't our idea and our initiative. We definitely were, I guess, in a sense, the paintbrush for those who wanted something like this in this community.
Yeah, and it was created under the direction of people of color in the town, which I think is really important, because if I, as a white person, am not doing this work under the direction of people of color, it becomes self-promotion instead of advocacy.
We literally were like, we don't want our names on it. We want to do this for this cause, for this purpose, and for the youth. A lot of the youth were wanting to spray paint and get involved even more. They were so excited to spray paint. And so I had the idea of I'm going to create a stencil fist, and let's just put a long line of fists at the bottom where each of the youth can design it how they're feeling.
My professors have always treated me as an individual that they see potential in. None of them have ever instilled doubt in me about myself, and I think that's really significant going into a project like this, knowing we have that support, knowing we have those people who believe in us and have invested in us.
We're privileged to have the resources of our professors and to have been able to say that I graduated from Fort Lewis College and got my undergrad, and I'm now being in graduate school. People would dream to say that. I definitely want to use that privilege and that voice. It starts with something small like creating a mural that can have an everlasting impact on many people's lives. If you take the time to listen, I think that's the important step to go forward.